Okay, so we're gonna be explaining a little type of story at school. Um, it was sixth grade, and it was the type of day where everything was going good. In my sixth grade, we had it where you had three teachers for math, ELA, and then for social studies, and then of course science. But I'll get into that in a little bit. But you stayed with the same kids, and so it was a little weird. I will say it was a little weird. Um, but for my homeroom, my homeroom was the social studies teacher. Everyone had the same social studies, math, and ELA, but you had different science teachers. It was whoever your homeroom was. So my homeroom was my social studies teacher and my science teacher. Okay, and so it was getting late to the day, and I wouldn't say we were about to leave, but I don't know, because what happens is we would start off with social studies, and then we would go, and then we would be back with her that later day. And so then, by the time she gets done with all these kids, and all these kids have annoyed her, now we have to deal with her. And so, we're over here, I don't exactly remember what we were doing, but, what it was is, it was towards the end of the year because I was asking for the last year yearbook, because I was new that year, and so I wanted to see what all my friends looked like last year. And so she gave it to me, and I was sitting at my table, and she was like, have like only you see it, or like the people around you, something around those lines. So I was like, okay. And so it was me and two other girls were at the table, and we were looking at last year's stuff, and then some of our closer in-group friends were like, oh hey, come look at this. And so I'm not gonna say names at all, of course, but either way, the more annoying kid, I would say, comes over and is like, oh, just for this, John, look at what you looked like last year. And so now everyone's coming over, and so she gets all mad, like, I told you not to look at it. I'm like, I'm sorry, like, freaking, this kid, attracted everyone. It was only us and two other boys, like, it was only us. And so she was like, long day, of course. I mean, Jesus, we're kids, can't not be able to do that job. But so she, we all went back to normal, and I it was a little while ago, and honestly I don't remember the story very clear, but it was either the same day or a couple of days after that. I'm pretty sure it was the same day. Yeah, it was the same day because I think, that's what it was. Okay, so before that we got up, I went to a different table to show someone, and then she got all mad. And she went up, she like take it, and then I'm like, oh, well, she's like, oh, I told you only you're supposed to look at it, and I was like, oh, well, I was just showing it to my inner group, like explaining to her what happened, so she's not mad at me for the rest of the day. And so she's all like, oh, okay, whatever, and she's all like, something along the lines like, don't backtalk me, and so I'm like, okay, whatever, and I probably said something under my breath, and she said, shut up. And in sixth grade, you can't say that. Of course, something like high school, I don't really care. But in sixth grade, like, that's still a huge thing. Like, they get mad if you say hell. Like, the teacher's a little iffy, but then she told me to shut up. So obviously, it was a long day for her. But then she told me to do that, and I was like, oh, really? I was like, that's not nice. And so then she got even more mad. And so that just started foot stuff, and she was all like, really, like, I'll send you down like to like first grade room or something. And I'm all like, well, that's just not nice. You shouldn't be saying that to students. Like, you're gonna make me cry. Like, kind of being funny, but at the same time, like, being serious. Like, being serious that it wasn't nice to say that, and then joking about the crying part. And so she got pretty mad, and eventually she she was like, I'm pretty sure she sent me out of the room, and next door at least, and then I tell my parents, and it's like, it's just weird because, like, if I were to tell a teacher to shut up, oh Jesus, I would not see the light of day. But as soon as a student or a teacher tells a student to shut up, it's kind of like, oh, whatever. And then my mom emailed her, and she emailed back saying that she would apologize to me, which she never did. So, it just kind of shows they may be older, they may have gone to college, but at the same time, it's just like, still, it just kind of shows the personality of these teachers.